I got so busy at work today, I forgot to do part two. But I'm not going to do a part two of intuitive stuff, I think. I'm going to just kind of touch base on a bunch of stuff that people have brought to my attention or that I want to clarify. Um, I told you the Pope was going to be okay. I do think he's stepping down in some way, shape, or form. I still see what looks like cards laying down. And somebody brought to my attention that the red cards I see could be the red cardinals, that they would be lining up and shuffling into an order, which is very similar to what I'm seeing. I'm not Catholic, so I really don't know how that works. But I think that there may be a retirement or a stepping down kind of thing, that they're already starting to line that up. The crash that I saw, I think may be the stock market crash. I don't think it's the Germany one. I hate to say this, but cars running into crowds of people just feels like it's too common of an energy nowadays. And I think that in this case, I grew up watching stock car races. I have a feeling it may have been a stock market crash that I saw happening. I know it sounds like a weird correlation, but that's kind of how my intuition works, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with that. As far as the crash goes, I don't see it as lasting. I feel like it's I see a bunch of very wealthy people basically playing poker. So you've got some people who are knee jerk reacting to the market, and then you've got a bunch of other people who have a lot of money to screw around with that are just saying, ha ha ha, we're going to play games. And it's a game for very rich people to play, and a lot of smaller people with money in the market are just the ones who get screwed in the process. The storm that's about to hit the south, that is the storm that I told you about a couple weeks ago. That's the storm in the south that they're not prepared for. They're not going to know how to handle. It's going to be ugly. And if I lived down there, I would stay off the roads. I just would. I'd be stockpiling up on some things to make it for a good week, because I just don't know what the weather's going to be like. And I don't think I would trust everybody else going out there. But it's just weather. And I think it's going to be okay ultimately, but I'd be hard pressed to go traveling anywhere during it. So there's that. The Australian fires, I don't think are Australia, unless for some reason, I'm sorry, the fires in the south, I don't think are the Australian fires that I saw. I think it's still some kind of connection to Australia, unless of course there's like a Melbourne or a Brisbane, North Carolina. I don't think they're the same thing. It just doesn't, the energy doesn't feel like it lines up and matches. So that I have a couple more, but I think I'm getting called upstairs. So I'm going to let you go with that for now. And I'll come back on a little bit while later after dinner if I remember what I forgot.